All right, if you don't know who KSI is, he has 24 million YouTube subscribers. I believe he started as a YouTuber. He's fought Logan Paul. He's got a lot of followers on Twitter, 8.9 million, a hilarious display picture. But, you know, we're a crypto channel. We're a blockchain-based channel. So why are we talking about KSI? Well, because KSI is also a crypto and blockchain enthusiast. And this account here on Twitter, KSI Crypto, is his dedicated crypto account for researching crypto, but also for making crypto calls to his audience. And as we just discovered, he's got a pretty big audience. And that's what we do here on this channel. We're interested and curious by the people who have the biggest influence over the market and also the top traders who has the best track record in the market, because the blockchain is transparent. So we can go and find these people's wallets, someone like KSI's wallets, and track it and make all the trades that they make. So the work lies in us investigating who the biggest influencers are in the crypto world and who has the best track records, because they're the people that we're probably going to want to track and copy trade in the future to make the most money. And before we analyze KSI's, the person that has made me the most money by copy trading them right now, this guy here, Alex Becker. Why? He's a lot smaller than KSI. I think he has about 1 million, maybe 1.1 million YouTube followers, 1 million on Twitter, but people look up to him, they respect him. He's crypto specific, where KSI is obviously a bigger, more entertainment based person. Alex Becker also has a ton of conviction by his calls. He calls you stupid if you're not following him, which makes a lot of people way more confident in them. This was Cited Heroes, where this is where he bought in. We track his wallet inside the inner circle. The link to that is in the description below if you want to get access to these buy alerts from people like Alex Becker, all the best traders in the world. But in this case, Alex Becker bought here, and within 15 days, it was up almost a 5x. This is blockchain bet. This was a really clean buy alert that we got from Alex Becker. You can see this was up in 7 days, 5.7x. And then here's one on Altura. He didn't even buy this. This is what happens with these social influencers, is sometimes they just tweet about it, or sometimes they don't even tweet, but they just have a emoji responding to someone else talking about it. Altura NFT, Alex Becker responded with an emoji here. That was down here, and you can see it shot up in response, this little shot up there, and then obviously it came into this bull market, and Altura and the whole project went absolutely crazy. But let's get on to the task at hand. KSI. I fortunately have a friend in town who actually sent me this link, and this guy here, Vidamo, make sure you take note of that name, because this guy has done all the research on our behalf. We haven't even had to crunch the numbers ourselves, so thank you to Vidamo on Twitter. He wrote, recently people have been astounded by the accuracy of KSI's calls, with many even comparing him to one of the greatest crypto traders has ever seen, GCR. I didn't believe it. He was skeptical. So I looked into it myself. Was KSI just a good trader who got blown up in Luna? He lost a lot of money to the Luna crash. I believe he invested once, it halfway crashed, even more money, and then absolutely the bottom fell out and he lost, I think, millions of dollars, 4 million if off the top of my head I remember. Or is he a YouTuber just throwing darts at random tokens, and some of them do well, some of them don't? I looked at every single unique ticker, each crypto, that he has shilled over 3 different time periods, 14 days, 30 days, and 90 days, meaning looking at the results after he said, say he's like, go buy ETH. What was the price of ETH 14 days, 30 days, and 90 days after, and therefore how good was his call over those time frames? The tweets were scraped for cash tags. That's one Twitter, you have the $ at the start, so it would be $ETH for ETH, and then manually verified and filtered for those which were buy signals. So any buy signal that KSI purposely sent out there was put into this data set and then analyzed. Now the data was from 21 to 22. However, there were 4 calls also in 2023, and this encompassed 74 unique tickers, excluding Luna, the big crash. So, as the channel that likes to follow the best influencers in the world, do we need to add KSI into the mix? Well, according to these results, no. What would actually be impressively profitable is if you shorted every single recommendation that KSI ever makes. Have a look at these examples. He promoted XCAD right here. Vidamo has put these in for us. He said XCAD is about to explode right now. And of course, what happened? It's fallen off an absolute cliff, down from $5 down to about, 80 cents here. And then apparently he misses calls as well. So that nothing brings me more joy than Whiff dying. Dog Whiff Hat is Whiff. And he tweeted that here. And of course, it's gone from, again, 80 cents up to $5. Almost the inverse of what we had on the last example. And then Bitcoin. The amount of people who have trapped longs right now, prepare for blood, right here at the 63K mark, popped up into the all-time highs, or maybe not quite the all-time highs, at the 70Ks, and this is more day trading than long-term holding he's talking about. So he missed these three, and you can see Vidamo is skeptical, and he's giving you examples of things that he missed. But what about crunching all 74 recommendations over those 3 years? Well, these are the results right here. This is one page, and this is the second page. And you can see the red, which is almost unbelievable. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green opportunities here. 2 green overall since he recommended or had a buy alert or buy signal, as Vidamo explained, which is funny because apparently KSI really hates meme coins, and the 2 profitable ones, the only 2 profitable ones that were profitable over the long term, were both meme coins. And you can actually see like the profit after 90 days is not just down 10, 20, 30%, but a lot of these are into the 80%, all the way through, down 90% on this one. And when you average out every single recommendation that Vidamo analyzed, 74 of them over 3 years, these were the totals. After 14 days, on average, you'd be down 28%. After 30 days, you'd be down 43%. After 90 days, you'd be down, on average, 91%. Which, taking a quick look at this now, I mean, that doesn't seem right at all because there's not even very many in the 90s, so I don't know how you'd be average down 91%. Okay, a little asterisk on this data here, or at least the conclusions of the data. But to me, just ballparking what the visual average looks like, it looks to be about down 80%. Now, my personal takeaways here, I've got a couple. Firstly, you have to be really careful at who you copy trade because some people have impeccable track records. My favorites, Alex Becker, CryptoGodJohn. Both of them, they do make misses. They don't have them all right. I know off the top of my head quite a few that they've missed, but on average, their tokens, whether it's their influence in the market or if they really are the best traders in the world, are doing magical things. That's why they're the people we track. But someone like KSI, obviously this is just a side hobby for him. And to his credit, if you have a look at the when most of these calls were, they spanned 21 and 22. Now, the end of 2021 was a bull market, and therefore the bear market started early 2022. So a lot of these calls, it's almost like there was no crypto, depending on what date that you called it, that didn't suffer 75% pullbacks in the bear market. So a lot of these are probably aligned with that. However, there are calls from 2023. I'd love to run this data on any of his 2024 calls, and if this video does well, I'll make that for you, so put it in the comments below. But it's very interesting to make sure that you are skeptical about who you're following, who you're copy trading, and make sure you know their track record, because if you just sub it out for someone who's doing excellently, you'll go from going down 80% of your money to 800%ing, 8xing your money.